Big 100.3, talking today to Brian May from Queen. Hey, Brian, how are you?
Hello, Lisa.
How you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing great. We're so excited that you were in Baltimore the other night, opening night of We Will Rock You. How did it go in Baltimore?
It was nuts. It was great. I was so thrilled with the reaction, and I got to play, and that was a thrill, and it was a big adrenaline moment. Yeah, I was so happy with the show. This is the all-American version of We Will Rock You, which has been coming for a long time. We've been sat down in London, and 15 million people have seen this show over the last 12 years or so. So, bringing us, in a sense, back to the States, because this is where we grew up as Queen, it's a thrill. Yeah, and I was close to your door then. It was only up the road, right?
Right up the road, and hopefully you guys will be coming to D.C. with the musical in 2014.
Yeah, I'm hoping so too.
Brian, I understand you were supposed to speak about your new book at the Smithsonian on Saturday, but the government shut down. It was canceled. Now that the government is back open, is that going to happen?
No, we lost our opportunity, sadly. Yeah, we lost that. That would have been so great. We wanted to launch the book at the Smithsonian, and we were so much looking forward to it. But, yeah, we got deprived of that, sadly. But, we shouldn't be shouting too loud. This country lost $24 billion because of that. Our gripe is not so big.
Queen fans are very curious about the Freddie Mercury movie, and Sacha Baron Cohen was supposed to star in it. He's no longer with the project. What happened with Sacha, and how do you move forward now?
It was a very private thing, to be honest, and Sacha was great in bringing lots of enthusiasm to the project, but for various reasons, we didn't think it was going to work eventually, and that's no slight on him. We're very good friends, and he's a fantastic comic creator, but we actually didn't feel that it was going to work on screen, because Sacha is such a recognizable personality, and the performances he turns in are such a stylistic thing. We thought people would be looking at Sacha rather than looking at Freddie, Basically, we're looking for someone who's a great actor and can live the part. It's like suspending the disbelief. People have to really believe that this is Freddie. So, we parted company very amicably. It's just a shame that his publicist put out some story about him walking out because he didn't like the script. That's all crap. But, we didn't respond because we don't get into things like that. And we also treasure our relationship with Sacha, who's a brilliant mind and a brilliant talent. But that's the story, and it's fine. We think we have the right Freddie, so hopefully an announcement will come soon, and we think we have the right director. It's not been easy. It's been a long road, but it has to be done right. We get one opportunity to do the story of Freddie, really, and it's more about Freddie than Queen, but it is also about Queen, obviously. But it has to be done right. So we think we're in good shape.
Is it true there's going to be another Queen album with vocals from Freddie Mercury?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a mixture. Nobody's quite sure how far we can go with this, until we wade in. There are some tracks which we've discovered. There are some vocals which haven't been heard of Freddie's. And there's a couple with Michael Jackson, which we've already been working on. So, yeah, exciting possibilities. So we may get, I don't know how much material there will end up being, but we were halfway through putting out this album, which we've been thinking about for a long time, which is a sort of compilation of the lesser-known Queen tracks, which could have been hits but weren't. So now it's going to become an album which has a bit more material which will be completely new to most people's ears.
You performed at the iHeartRadio Music Festival a few weeks ago with Adam Lambert. What's it like performing with Adam?
It's great. It makes you smile. He's just an extraordinary voice and a really good singer. He's maturing fast as a singer, and he's a great entertainer. He's a natural. So although he doesn't sing like Freddie, they have a lot in common, the two of them. And I know that if Freddie saw Adam, he would be just smiling all over his face because, the guy's a real artist and just a one-off. That's a voice in a billion. He turns out to be a really nice guy as well, and that's so important because you can't work with people you don't like and you don't relate to. He's great. He's wonderful to have around, and I hope we do more stuff at some point. So
you'd be up for maybe touring with Adam? Would you do a lot more shows or just maybe a one-off here or there?
I don't know. We're talking. There are possibilities, and, people are making offers, so we're looking at them. It would be nice to do a few shows. I don't think I would press the button to do a 9-month tour like the old days, because, we did that, and life is too full of other stuff now. I have a life, and I don't want to sacrifice it to being on the road the whole time, but a little bit would be good. I think it would be just enough to get good. You have to get yourself played in.
You did a song earlier this year with Slash. Can you tell us about that?
It was in aid of the badgers. Now, we have a situation in England where wildlife is being destroyed by the government because it's regarded as having no value. And to me, this is so morally wrong, so ethically wrong. It also has no scientific basis. There are excuses they're trying to control disease, but actually it's been absolutely, definitely demonstrated by scientific experiments that that's not the case. You know, they could kill every badger, every fox in England, and they would still have bovine TB in cows. So it's an appallingly bad decision that the government's made in response to too much pressure from the National Farmers Union, who represent some of the farmers in Britain, and something called the Countryside Alliance, which sounds very innocuous. It sounds like very, butterflies and stuff. The Countryside Alliance is basically an alliance which is trying to bring back blood sports to the UK, fox hunting, stag hunting with packs of dogs, hare coursing, all these most disgusting sports, which the toffs like to feel they can still take part in. The sad thing is, under this government, law and order has actually broken down, and these vile pursuits are actually going on and nobody's prosecuting. So we're in a bad way in England. So, in answer to your question, the record that we made was in aid of raising awareness about the plight of wildlife in Britain, and it was about badgers. We set it up, I helped them write it, and we got Slash to play a fabulous solo, because Slash is fabulous. Let's not beat about the bush. Everything Slash does is great, but there's passion in it. So there it was. And it did well, it's helped the cause. And we plow on. We are not winning yet. We are not winning because we're like David against Goliath. But we have a lot of public support, and it's growing. We will win in the end.
I read a quote from you somewhere that you said you'd rather be remembered for the work you do with animals than for your music or scientific work. Is that true?
I think if it came to the choice, yes. If I could actually feel that I helped to change the world in that respect, yeah. I think the way we treat animals, the rest of the animals on this planet, is just despicable and unsupportable. And it's all part of this anthropocentrism, which to me is outdated and unsupportable in itself. This idea that the human race is the only important species on the planet has no justification. How logically can you justify that? So, our behavior on this planet is appalling, in my opinion, and it ought to be changed before it's too late.
Brian, when you hear a Queen song on the radio, do you still get a charge out of it?
Yeah, I do, yeah. It's a dream when you're a boy. You think, what would it be like if I turned on the radio and I heard myself? I remember the first time that I heard it coming out of somebody else's radio, and that was a thrill. I used to live in this tiny little flat basement in Queensgate in London with my girlfriend at the time, who became my wife. And the people upstairs were just incredibly inconsiderate. They were always tramping around, always making loads of noise and hooping and hollering and having their radio on much too loud. And one morning I woke up because of the radio being too loud, but it was our music, and I thought, okay, maybe it's not so bad. So that was a funny experience, and yeah, I still get a kick. I walk past somebody's window and I hear Queen music, and it's great. I think, my God, it happened. How incredible that our music actually did reach all around the world. It's an amazing dream.
Brian, thank you so much for your time this morning. We love the musical We Will Rock You. Hopefully you'll be coming to D.C. in 2014. Best of luck with everything.
I'll see you then. God bless. Thank you.
Bye, Brian.
Bye-bye.